Hello, this is Bridget with Divine Essentials. Okay guys, we're going to do a little reading for you, pick a card, and we're going to see what's going on here for, is somebody going to make a move, and also just what they're going to say to you. So I'm using two of my decks that I created. I got the Divine Tarot and the Divine Truth. So if you want to choose pile number one is tourmaline. Okay, just black grounding, protecting tourmaline. And then number two is a Herkimer diamond. These are mined in New York. Herkimer, New York. These are little diamonds. And then number three is just a quartz pyramid. No, money. No. Go lay down. Hold on one second. Okay, so we're going to start with number one, and we're going to see what your messages are. We've got the Four of Wands, we've got the Six of Wands, the Six of Cups, I got the Two of Cups, we got Temperance, Seven of Wands, Knight of Swords, Ten of Pentacles, the Fool, the Knight of Cups, the King of Cups, the Knight of Pentacles, the High Priestess, and the Four of Cups. So for your person, if they're going to make a move, or will they make a move, I feel like this energy, I do feel like for some of you there will be somebody that makes a move, because you get a lot of different energies that kind of look that way. Sorry, my dog is pushing me off of my chair, of course, because I can never just sit by myself. I feel like somebody does care about you. Like, we're going to start off with the King of Cups here. I feel like somebody does have emotion that they're holding back with the King of Cups. This is somebody that usually has a lot of love for you, but they don't necessarily show it. So I feel like you're probably here wondering, does this person even care? Is this person thinking about me? And I feel like they are, just because of some of these other energies that are coming through here too. But I feel like this person does a good job of hiding it or holding back and not really expressing much emotion, but that there is a lot going on underneath the surface with them, And with the Knight of Cups, I feel like if they were to make a move, that it would be something, they want to make sure that they're going to do the right thing, say the right thing, that they want to be like Mr. Casanova, basically, somebody that comes through and woos you, basically. This is somebody that always does and says what it is that needs to be done or said to get you to feel like a certain way. So I feel like this person, when they do come towards you, you probably get, all of those feelings inside, because they just know what to say to you. They just know what to do to make you feel, oh yay. So the Knights are also a card of taking action, and you've got three Knights here. So I feel like this person does want to take action towards you, but I feel like with the Knight of Pentacles, it could be slow. They're not like rushing in. They're not running around like a maniac trying to come in. Can you stop? Get down. Ah, God. Sorry. So with the Knight of Pentacles, he's again somebody that takes action, but basically they're slow. They're not going to come running in and being like, what's up? So I feel like your person wants to come towards you, that eventually they will probably come towards you, but they're taking their time right now. They could be planning what they want to say to you, planning what they want to do to make... Oh my God, thank God. The dog is killing me. So basically they're taking their time planning out what they're going to say and what they're going to do to come towards you. And with the Knight of Swords, I feel like once they figure it out, they may come rushing in with the truth of like, I miss you, I want to see you, I haven't seen you, let me come in, blah, 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 blah. So I definitely feel like this is somebody that will eventually, come towards you, and that they do actually care about you, but they're probably really good at, not showing it. And I feel like some of the reason why they might not be showing it is because they're unsure with you. Because we have the Four of Cups, and we have the High Priestess, and we have the Seven of Wands here. So I feel like you may have your guard up with this person, This person could have rejected you, hurt you, made you feel badly, or they could have just like disappeared or something. And I feel like it's left you out in the cold area, like wondering, are they coming back? Are they going to talk to me? What did I do here? So now you could have your guard up, though, because if they hurt you, it obviously would have made you feel a certain way. And I think they can probably sense that you're not too happy or pleased with what's gone down or what's happened up until now. Usually the Seven of Wands is somebody that is a little bit like protective of themselves, and it's probably because you don't want to be rejected again, or you don't want to have them come in and ghost again, or have them do something that's basically going to cause you more pain or cause you more conflict. So you could be like the High Priestess right now, where she's a little mysterious and you don't really necessarily know who she's with or what she's doing or what she's up to. Basically, she's just a little secretive, and like you may have changed up a little bit after this person came and went. I feel like you may have changed your behaviors towards them, or just your behaviors in general. It could have put you into a position of being like, a little guarded, a little closed off, a little bit more protective of your time and energy, just so that you don't end up feeling like the way that this person has made you feel. So that could be adding to this energy of them not coming forward to express how they feel about you, them wanting to make sure and take the time necessary to come up with the right action, and the right words to say, like the right apology or the right things, because they don't want to come in and be rejected. Okay, so, and I feel like there's still a part of you too, for some of you, that wants to fight for this. So you could be trying to follow your intuition, to fight for the connection, to figure out what's the right move for me to make so that I don't end up rejected. So it really depends on what type of person you are. For some of you, it feels like your High Priestess energy and the Seven of Wands together is more so of a protective measure, and some of you it's more so of a measure of, I've got to follow my intuition and not mess up here so that I don't end up in the same boat that I'm in right now. I don't want to end up rejected again, so let me get a little bit strategic about how I'm going to fight for this connection, and let me pull back a little bit and go within and figure out what's the right move here. So it really just depends on how you are with this whole connection. And with the Temperance card coming through, I feel like you're probably going to need some patience with this situation, because the Temperance is, about patience, taking your time, balancing things out. So there could have been a lot of passion between the two of you, but maybe not a whole lot of emotion expressed. But having the King and the Knight of Cups, I do again feel that this person cares, that they're just not expressing it like very openly. But if you give them some time and you take your time and you balance things out in your life and they balance things out in their lives, I feel like there is a soul connection here that can grow. The Two of Cups is about like a spiritual partnership, or the perfect partner, person that you're supposed to be with, to come together with, to reconcile with at some point. And there could be a past life connection here, that you guys have shared, a lifetime together before now. And I feel like with the Six of Cups, this person could be nostalgic, thinking about you, missing you, feeling like they would like to return to you, and you may feel the same way. You could feel nostalgic about them. So I do feel like at some point there will be action, and a Four of Wands is my Twin Flame 11-11 union. So there could be a time where this person comes back in to reunite with you, who takes a leap of faith, and that leads to your ultimate fulfillment, the Ten of Pentacles. So for the majority of you, I would say yes, this person probably will at some point, take action, because they feel that soul connection, they feel those emotions. They're missing you with the Six of Cups. They're nostalgic about this time that they've spent with you before. And with the Four of Wands, I feel like there will be action that comes in that leads you to being together. But this person also says, I wish I knew how to make things work with us better. So I feel like the two of you may have, weird ways of communicating with each other. It may just not ever pick up off the ground when you guys try to talk. You know what I mean? Like, you guys may not be on the same wavelength all the time. You might have, just different ways of communicating, like different love languages or different attachment styles. One of you could be very anxious, the other one could be very avoidant. One of you could be somebody that's like a physical love language, and the other one's more so of like emotional love language. It just depends on you guys and your specific situations. If you are somebody that gets really anxious, I notice that seems to be something that's common within these connections a lot of times, especially when you're dealing with somebody that could be avoidant, which I pick up with that King of Cups. Sometimes the King of Cups is very, he's got a lot of stuff going on under the surface, but he doesn't show it, and that can be because of this avoidant attachment style, which kind of pushes people away. So I feel like this person may have that, and what that does is bring out the anxious part of another person. So when they start to pull away, your natural instinct would be like, what's wrong? Let me fix it. Let me come towards you. Let me see why, like, what can I do to make this better? And that actually pushes them further away from you. And so you might want to be careful with that, because I feel like some of you may get anxiously waiting, like, why is this person doing this? I thought there was something special here. I thought that we had a connection. And then you have this Two of Cups thing where it's like this person could end up being your Ten of Pentacles. It's like if the two of you could figure out how to work together and get rid of that anxiety and kind of open up that avoided energy, the two of you could probably work together really well. So you got to find a way to kind of calm down and relax and make space for this person to show up. So, you could start meditating, or you could start looking into how to heal my anxious attachment style. If you wanted to do something like in the physical world, like if you wanted to take something, you could take that Jupiter CBD oil back there that helps with people who are stressed and anxious, and there's a link down in my description box always for that. Or you could just do like, essential oils or something for relaxing, for calming down. Lavender is really good. Frankincense is good. And a lot of essential oils are good for calming people down and relaxing. You could, again, just look into why you're anxious, like figure out what about this makes me anxious, like, what inside of me is being triggered that's like, come back, come back, come back, come back, come back, when they're starting to pull away. Because when they start to pull away, the worst thing to do is like chase after them. If you were the chaser and they were the runner, you don't want to do that, because they're just going to run further away. You want to stop chasing them and turn the other direction, like that High Priestess, and become like, cool about it. And that's when you give them the space to return. But when they return, a lot of times what happens is that anxious person starts to get triggered again and will start to do anxious things, like, wanting to text them before they text you, wanting to follow up and be like, what's going on? Like, wanting to make sure that they're not running away again because they've already run away from you once, or because they've already pulled away before. There's that fear there that they're going to do it again. So you may start doing things from that anxious place. So you want to try to avoid that. And then we have, I keep seeing so many signs, so many things that remind me of you. So I feel like this person's being reminded of you a lot. They're thinking about you a lot. And with their heart chakra, they're in deep need of love and compassion. So they do have emotion. They do have a lot of feelings, but they probably are avoidant. They don't know how to open up sometimes and just let it in. It's like you probably have all this love and compassion to give to them that they need, but they may have grown up in a certain dynamic where that wasn't expressed to them enough, so they don't know how to deal with it later on in life, or they went through a really traumatic, horrible relationship where somebody, maybe they were very open and receptive to love before, and they were like romantic and all of that, and somebody messed them up and took advantage of it, cheated on them, lied to them, manipulated them, did something to screw them up, and now their heart is closed down. So you've got to give them the time and energy and the space that they need to be able to kind of feel safe in opening themselves back up to love. And sometimes it happens when they're babies, where there's the first 18 months of their life. It depends on if the parents coddled them or left them to cry it out by themselves. It just really depends on little tiny things like that, which can make people be avoidant or anxious. And the anxious is usually because parents would leave the child to cry for a little while and then eventually come in and pick them up. So you learned at those first 18 months of your life, if I just wait long enough, they'll come back. And so it teaches you to wait for people to come back. And then you get anxious, though, during that time of when are they going to come back? When are they going to come back? When are they going to come back? So you got to try to heal that part of yourself, which, takes time. And they say, please don't be upset about this connection. I'm sorry. So they know that you're upset. They know that you're not enjoying this time away from each other. You're not, okay with this. They can probably sense your anxiety, which makes them feel anxious. So again, you want to try to make sure that you're not feeling that way if you are. And they say, I know you love me, but sometimes I don't love myself. So this person, may have went through something that's made it hard for them to love themselves, or just made it hard for them to accept love from you. But they definitely know that you love them. And they say, my passion is growing every moment I'm away. So they're definitely having passion and desire towards you. I feel like they do want to come to you. So they're saying, I'm coming to get you soon. Be ready, sexy. So they do want to return to you. And I feel like they will return to you. And they also say you have the most beautiful eyes I've ever seen. So this person does care about you. They do feel passion towards you. They do want to return to you. I feel like the best way for you to ensure that this happens is to just be as calm, cool, and collected as you possibly can be. Try not to get anxious about this, about when, and just allow it to be when it's naturally meant to be. And then when they do show up, try not to go back or revert into that energy of stressing out about it, or getting anxious, or wondering or worrying, are they going to leave again? Should I call them first? Should I text them? Just let them take the lead in how they communicate with you, when they come towards you and stuff like that, without getting anxious about it. And if you find that it's not enough for you, that they're not giving you enough time and energy, or they're not able to provide to you enough attention and love and support, then consider finding someone that can. Because we all deserve, at the end of the day, our Ten of Pentacles. And if this person can't provide you your Ten of Pentacles, then there's no reason in enforcing it. Sometimes it's better to be like, okay, yeah, you care about me, but you don't care about me in the way that I need you to care about me. So maybe it's better if I go find someone that can, So always do what's best for you in the end of this. Don't ever, completely change yourself or live in misery to try to cope with somebody else's attachment styles and things like that. But I do feel like this person and you could have ultimate fulfillment if you guys work on those parts of yourselves that aren't, meshing very well at this time. So hopefully that made sense for some of you, and hopefully it will assist you guys. But like I said, just give it some time, and I'm sure you'll hear from them. Thank you very much. I'm going to move on. In Mune, namaste. Okay, so we're going to move on to the next pile here. We have the Queen of Cups, we have the Empress, we have the Page of Wands, we have the Star, we have the World, the Seven of Pentacles, we have the Eight of Wands, Justice, the Queen of Swords, Ace of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles, the Lovers, and the Three of Swords. So, I know we're asking, like, if this person will take action, and I do see a couple of cards of action here, with the Page of Pentacles and the Eight of Wands. So, this is about someone who rushes in and takes action to communicate, to travel any distance that's been created. So I feel like you guys could have some distance between you. For some of you, it could be physical distance. For some of you, it could be emotional distance. But either way, there's probably some sort of distance that's been created. And with the Page of Pentacles, this is about somebody that has something vulnerable and authentic to give in the material world. So this is like someone rushing in to ask, like, will you marry me? Or to rush in and ask, will you go on a date with me? Or, just rushes in and brings something physical. Sometimes they can bring a gift, or sometimes the gift is just, spending physical time together. But I feel like this person that you're asking about, they may want to return to your life, but I feel like this person broke your heart with the Three of Swords, and because of that, you may be like the Queen of Swords right now. You may be really hurt and having your guard up and feeling like this, this way of like, I need to protect myself, I need to put my guard up. You could be a little cold right now, a little aloof from things. Basically, like, just kind of blocked because you don't want to get hurt again, which is completely understandable. But I feel like this type of energy may be preventing this person from rushing in and saying something to you. And the Page of Wands as well is another card of communicating. This is somebody who gets creative and, the way that they communicate. And in this deck, the way I created it, you can see like there's all this creative energy coming out of the computer. The day and age that we live in, a lot of times the way that we communicate is through the internet. So they may get creative or inspired in some way to communicate to you, like through a social media or through an email or through a text or something like that. But I feel like they may get creative in the way that they approach you because they know that you're kind of upset with them, or that you're kind of guarded right now and that you're cold and you're not feeling like all of this lovey-dovey stuff. But I do feel like with the Ace of Pentacles, this person, if they were to return to communicate and take action towards you, that it would be more grounded, more stable, more loyal, more committed, you know, just have value and worth with it, because the Ace of Pentacles is about, you know, bringing value and worth to somebody. So I feel like this person may want to come in to give to you something better than what they, you know, gave in the past. And with the Seven of Pentacles, this is about taking, you know, putting down seeds of potential for the future. So I feel like this person could be doing things right now, trying to figure out what they're going to do for the future, what they're going to give to you in the physical world, or what they're going to say to you in the physical world. I feel like for some of you, they may be having to make a decision with the Lovers, a choice about if they're going to come towards you or not, or if they're going to stay with somebody that they're with or not, or if they want to date somebody else or come towards you. It just depends on your dynamic and what's going on in your connection. But with the Lovers, that's about making a decision in love. It can also signify like twin flames, divine counterparts. So I feel like this person may want to plant seeds of potential to grow with you because they feel that there's like a good choice in being with you. And that this chapter that you guys are in with the World here, I feel like this chapter can come to a close. This chapter of feeling upset, feeling cold, feeling, you know, left out, feeling heartache, feeling like, you know, however you feel. And I feel like things can come into a time of justice and balance. So if they are with somebody else, say that they're married, or that they're in a karmic situation, or that they're just dealing with something karmic in nature where it's like, that's what caused them to break your heart. Maybe they throw themselves into their work, or maybe they have some sort of addiction, or they just have something in their life that keeps them from giving to you the time and energy that you deserve. I feel like that can be balanced out. Justice can be served, things can come to a close, and your wishes can come true here. I also feel that like whatever you're going through with this person, it's actually going to make you stronger. You know, sometimes once we go through that Queen of Swords motion, we actually come out with better boundaries. We come out with more self-love for ourselves, which this Queen of Cups shows me that a lot of you could be focused on loving yourselves, planting seeds of potential in your own life, taking action in your own life, you know, having a more valuable start in your own world that's going to lead you to being the Empress. And the Empress is an embodiment of all the queens. So, you know, you could be working well on your value and worth, working well on filling yourself up with love, working well on your healthy boundaries and respect for yourself and the respect that you receive from other people, and basically just making yourself a better version of yourself while you're healing from this. And I feel like the more that you focus on loving yourself, the more you focus on rising up, the more you focus on, you know, embodying all of those energies that go into the Empress, like the Queen of Wands with her passion and drive and desire, the more sexy and magnetic you'll be. The more you love yourself, the more, you know, you'll be able to love other people unconditionally. The more you have healthier boundaries, the more, you know, people will respect you. So it's like you're just getting yourself into the right vibration for the future so that you can have a valuable new beginning. And I feel like whoever you're asking about may be picking that up on you, realizing that you're not going to deal with them coming and going like they may have done before, or treating you in a way that doesn't show your value and worth. But I do feel like for some of you, it's like they're trying to decide what they need to do right now to come back into your life, and what they should be presenting to you to come back into your life, and what they need to be doing with whatever it is they've got going on in their own world. Like I said, if they're married or something, they're trying to figure out what the right move is to make. But I do think that for a lot of you, that this person could definitely take action towards you when they feel like it's safe to do so, and when they get themselves into a better situation from where they are. And they may have to get creative in that. They may have to figure out how they're going to go through a divorce, or how they're going to get rid of whatever's in the way of them coming into you right now. But they say, sometimes I wonder what I'm running from and why. So this person could have run from you, you know, and that could have been what broke your heart, is that they just like ran in the opposite direction instead of, you know, being vulnerable and authentic and giving you something valuable. They could have decided to run, and they may not even know why. So I feel like this person definitely, you know, if they don't know what they're running from, obviously at some point they're going to stop running. And I feel like as long as you're not chasing them, they're probably going to stop running as well. So make sure that you're not chasing after somebody. You know, you never want to chase anybody because it just causes them to run, you know. Think about like how people are with their dogs. Like when you run after your dog because your dog's running away, the dog keeps running. But if you stop running and you run in the other direction, they chase after you. So it's like the same concept. Stop chasing after people and they'll stop running. But I feel like for a lot of you in this pile, you may have chased them in the past, but I think now you're more so in this energy of protecting yourself, putting your guard up. And so now you could be in the opposite energy. You may have went from chasing after them to being pissed off at them and putting up your guard, and that could be blocking them. So if you're chasing them, stop chasing them. If you're putting up your guard to the point where you're blocking them, you got to let your guard down a little bit, especially if you want them to come back. You know, if you don't want them to come back, then you're probably wasting your time watching this. But, you know, I feel like this person doesn't really know why they're running. So it shows me that they probably will take action. And this next card is saying, I've tried to send you messages and always back out last second. So they're obviously, again, wanting to say something. And look at that. Should I bother to come back? Are you still open to me? So for some of you, they want to come back in. They want to communicate with you. They want to say something to you. They've thought about messaging you. They've tried to message you, but they stopped last second. And it's probably because for most of you, you're in that Queen of Swords, Three of Swords energy where you had your heart broken and now you're upset and you're pissed off and you've got your guard up. And so they're like, do you even want me back? Because I don't know if you do. And should I send you a message or not? Because if I do and you don't answer me or you say fuck you, I'm going to be upset. So keep that in mind with the energy that you're rippling out, that this person may want to say something, they may want to communicate to you, and they may be getting creative in the way they're going to do it. But I feel like for the most part, they're nervous about it. And for some of you, they could be running. And they may just be running because they sense your anger, or they could be running because you're chasing. It really just depends on what's going on in your situation. I feel for the most part, most people in this pile are no longer chasing, and that could be why they're confused as to what they're running from. Maybe in the past you were chasing them, and they were running from you, and they've just kept running even though you stopped chasing them. So they could be confused now, like, what the hell am I even running from? They're not even chasing after me. Now they're pissed at me. Now their guard is up. Now what do I do? So definitely feels like they would like to come towards you, but they're having an issue in figuring out what the hell they're even doing right now. And then Starseeds, we've lived lives within the stars. So this person and you guys could be Starseeds. You get the star card here as well, which indicates to me sometimes Starseeds. So, you know, there could be stuff from the star energies that you guys got to heal and look at to clear karma. Or there could just be messages or guidance that you need to get from your star family. Or you guys could just have a bigger purpose here, a bigger mission here than others. But, you know, you guys are probably planting seeds everywhere you go, regardless of if you're together or not. Usually star seeds are like little seeds that get planted all over the place, and they're helping the ascension of others on the planet. They're helping the ascension of the collective consciousness, which is, again something that twin flames do. So you guys could be twin flame star seeds, and you're helping to, you know, shift the collective consciousness into a higher vibration. And, you know, dealing with this person and the shit that you've had to deal with has probably led you to becoming a better version of yourself, which is what the starseeds are meant to do anyways, is become better versions of themselves. So I feel like the more you guys heal and grow, the more likely it is for you to come in together to have a better union. We also have, I'm overcoming my anxiety and fears of commitment. So this person could have been afraid of commitment when they met you, and they could have ran because of that, or they could have been in a commitment to someone else and it didn't work out well with them, or it's not working out well with them. So they could be afraid of getting into another commitment right off the bat because, you know, if you just went through something really horrible, it's like you're not going to be in a rush to just jump back into another one. But either way, they're working on their fear and anxiety, so they need to clear that stuff up before they come communicate with you and tell you how they feel. And then they say, stand in your power, sexy. I love seeing you shine. So like I was saying, for many of you, you've been coming into your star energy, your empress energy. You're rising up. You're loving yourself. You're healing yourself. You're growing. And they like that. They like to see you shining. They like to see you as the star energy. And they're watching and not acknowledging the fact that you are overcoming things. You are growing. You're healing. And it looks good on you. And they say, I do love you more than I knew was even possible. So they do care, you know, like they do love you. They do have a lot of passion for you. I feel like they are surprised at how much they actually care about you, but they do love you. So if they love you, they're not going to want to lose you, and they're definitely wanting to come back into your life. And they also say, pay attention to your dreams. There are messages for us. So whatever you've been dreaming about when it comes to this connection, or just in general, there's messages in your dreams. You know, I would try to like see and feel what you pick up intuitively from your dreams. Try not to like overanalyze them to the point of, you know, missing the message. But there could be starseed stuff in there. There could be things that are going to help you to figure out to get to your justice. There could be little seeds of potential being put into your dreams that need to grow. So whatever little things, you know, like little stuff that kind of sticks out to you when you wake up, pay attention to it, because there's messages there that are helping you to rise up, helping you to love yourself, helping you to embody the appropriate energy you want to be in for your union, for your coming together with this person, and probably for your overall mission of coming back together to heal and to grow in this collective consciousness and to make the right decisions, to bring value and worth to each other and to the whole world, to all feminines and all masculines. So just keep standing in your power, keep shining, have healthy boundaries and respect for yourself, but make sure that you're not blocking yourself just because you got your heart broken once. You know, try not to block yourself from, like, if you want this person back, obviously being mad at them isn't going to bring them back. So try to work on forgiveness and compassion and unconditional love, and, you know that they are getting creative in how they want to approach you, that they see you as this empress and they see you as this star, and I feel like your wishes can come true. So just keep on loving yourself and knowing that your justice and your balance can come into your future when this person decides to take action to come towards you and plant seeds of potential for your love here. So hopefully this has assisted you. Thank you very much. Thank you for liking, commenting, and subscribing. And I'm going to move on to the next one. In Mune. Namaste. Okay, we're going to move on to the next one. And we have the Devil. We have the Page of Cups. We have the Strength card, the Queen of Wands, the Magician, Six of Wands, Two of Swords, the Ace of Swords, the Sun, the Hangman, and the King of Pentacles with the Judgment card. And the Eight of Swords. So we're asking, will this person take action towards you? Are they going to make a move? And I feel like it's kind of up in the air what this person might do. I feel like they're undecided, because we're starting here with this Two of Swords energy, and this is like somebody that doesn't know what they want, or somebody that doesn't know what to do. I feel like this person just doesn't know, and I feel like they need clarity, because the Sun card is about illumination, it's about clarity, it's about, you know, having, you know, just the answers that we need. So I feel like this person they just are blocked when it comes to knowing what to do about the situation. With the Devil, I feel like there could be a karmic thing in the way. There could be either a marriage or a job or an addiction or a belief system or something that's keeping this person from making just a clear decision of like, this is what I want, this is what I'm going to do, and this is how I'm going to do it. Like, they can't make up their mind, so they really need clarity, they need illumination, they need some sort of like aha moment in order for things to change here. I don't think it's a lack of them wanting to make a decision or a lack of them wanting to come towards you. I think they just really don't know what to do. So for many of you, they could be married, you know, and have kids and stuff, like reasons that it's difficult for them to just like up and split out. For some of you, they could have an ego issue with the Six of Wands. This can sometimes be somebody that wants an ego victory. So when it comes to them making a decision, unfortunately, it could, you know, always be like, is this the right move for me financially? Is this the right move for my ego? What are people going to say? What are people going to think? Like, you know, it could be coming from kind of a shitty place, but the Six of Wands is also about, you know, victory. So they could just be wanting to have victory and finding the strength to do so, you know, and they could be wondering, would they be victorious with you? Would they be victorious, you know, making that decision to come in your direction, or should they stay where they are and, you know, work on what they've got? You know what I mean? Like, if they're a family man and they have kids and, you know, a wife and all of that, they may feel like people are going to think the worst of them, or that people aren't going to understand. You know, it's just, I feel like for some of you, you're definitely dealing with somebody that's the karma, is that they've got an ego issue when it comes to them making their decision. So they could be afraid with the Eight of Swords to do something here because they don't want to be looked at as the bad guy, or they don't want to have people, you know, talking badly about them. But, you know, deep in their heart and soul, they may want to be with you, but they may just need to change their perspective, because the Hangman is about seeing things from a new perspective. The Ace of Swords is about thinking in a new way, speaking in a new way, new communication. So I for many of you, I do feel like they're trying to make up their mind. They're trying to find the strength they need to either possibly overcome the ego or just make a freaking decision in general. But with the Page of Cups and the Eight of Swords, I feel like they're afraid. They could just be afraid of being vulnerable and authentic, because the Page of Cups is somebody that's very, like, you know, like, nervous, and they have something that they want to give to you that comes from a place of love. But I feel like this person could just be nervous when it comes to giving you that love. They could be nervous about, is this the right decision for me? Should I make this decision? Basically, it all comes down to them not knowing what to do and them needing to see from a new perspective. So I feel like you might have to wait a little while for this person to have that moment of clarity, or figure out what the hell it is that they actually want, because for some of you, it just comes down to them not knowing what they want. But I do feel like there's a lot of passion here, so they could be very sexually attracted to you. They could find you very magnetic and charismatic and, you know, beautiful and all of those things, but I feel like that sometimes isn't always the best, because it could be that they just want to, like, get freaky deaky and then, you know, go home and be the family man. You know, and that could be part of the karma here, is that you need to start saying no to them when they do make moves towards you, because you want probably the King of Pentacles. You want someone that's grounded, stable, loyal, and committed, that wants to be there for the long haul. And I feel like sometimes they don't know how to do that, or they don't know how to do that with you because they already have it somewhere else, or because they're just not sure yet. Maybe for some of you, they're single and they like keeping their options open. They like being able to, like, have passion in their life, but maybe not settle down. So with the Judgment card here, I feel like there is a possibility of resurrection with this connection, but I feel like they need to have that, like, aha moment. They need something to slap them in the face so that they start thinking in a new way, speaking in a new way, bringing new communication from a place of making a decision that's more stable, more grounded, more loyal, you know, just able to be more committed to you on a level that's not just physical, on a level that's not just about the ego victory. It's not just about, you know, a one-night stand. It's not just about coming and going. They're not playing the magician act where they come in and then they disappear. They're playing the magician act where they actually change and transmute themselves into a better version of themselves, who can be grounded, stable, loyal, and committed. So I feel like basically they may take action towards you, but they need to change up before they do. Or they'll come in and basically repeat a cycle, most likely, because there's probably a karmic cycle here where they come and they go, they come and they go, or they come in and you get freaky deaky and everything's passionate and great, and then they go again and they go back home to their wife, or they go back home to being single and by themselves, or they just don't know what the hell they want, so they don't do anything. They don't communicate with you. They're not vulnerable. They're not authentic. They're just afraid of finding that strength inside to overcome the ego that's blocking them from giving you anything other than passion and sex, and, you know, that needs to change. So I feel like your person may want to change, or they may want to bring you more. They may feel this push from spirit to do something here, but I feel like they need to still make that choice before something changes here. And what they're saying is, could we truly have all the trust and hope needed to make it work? So
because of this energy that I'm picking up of like it's probably been very sexual or very passionate, but it hasn't been very grounded, stable, and committed. They're like, can we make it work? Would you be able to trust me? Because if you start off cheating with somebody, like if they're married and they're cheating on their wife to be with you, it's going to be really hard to trust this dude. You know, always going to wonder in the back of your mind, if they did it with me, are they doing it to me? You know what I mean? Like, believe me, I've been there. I was with somebody that cheated to be with me and then cheated on me the whole time that we were together. But I always, tried to believe them when they lied to me, and they could not make up their mind on what they wanted ever. So sometimes people just have that tendency to not be able to commit, and it can really mess with you. So just keep that in mind, that this may be somebody that will take action towards you, but do you really want them to? Because I don't know if you would be able to have the trust and hope that's needed to make it work if they started this whole thing off leading you on from this place of like, yeah, I'm married, but I'm unhappily married and I want to be with you, but every time I come towards you I run back home to my wife, or all of a sudden I'm spitting out babies at home, or I'm doing whatever. It's going to mess with you. So just keep that in mind, that if this person keeps making stupid mistakes, they might just keep making stupid mistakes. Even if the two of you end up together, they may continue to make those mistakes. They really need to see the light. They need to change their whole perspective. And I feel like there's a lot of karma here that you also need to be able to break that pattern with. You can't keep jumping into bed with them and expecting them to like evolve into the King of Pentacles. They're just going to stay a Knight of Wands until you put up boundaries that say, I'm not doing this anymore. Like, if you want to be with me, be with me. But if you're going to keep going home to someone else, you're not going to be with me on any level, because that's just going to feed their ego. They need to find the strength to make a decision. Right now, they don't have to make a decision because they're getting what they want when they want, and then they leave and they come back, and then they leave and they come back for some of you. So try to, make sure that's not happening in your connection if that's what's been happening. And if they're single and doing this to you, if they're single and they're coming and going and having that karmic cycle where it's just very passion driven and there's no commitment, there's no stability, there's no vulnerability, there's no authentic love coming from them, again, you've got to ask yourself, is this something I even want? Like, why do I care about them coming back so badly? Until you get, you got to ask yourself what you want from somebody, and then ask yourself, can they give it to me? Will they be able to do this? Because they may just keep making stupid mistakes, and then if you do end up with them in a commitment, they could continue to make those same mistakes or continue to have those same patterns. So just, be honest with yourself and ask yourself some of those questions, so that you're not getting yourself mixed up into something you're going to later regret and be like, I wish I never even done this. They do say, I've been affirming our union into existence, so I feel like they do want to be with you, but I feel like they just can't make up their freaking mind, and they don't have clarity. They don't see things the right way right now. Yeah, sometimes they just don't know what I really want. So they just don't know. They just don't know what they want. But they want to get freaky deaky, they want to see you, they want to spend time with you, but they don't know if they want to be with you for the long term, because maybe they're married, or because maybe they like being single, they like having their options open, they like doing whatever they want to do when they want to do it. So just know that they may take a while to make up their mind, but they may come back in before they've made up their mind as well. And that might hurt you again. They might come and go and hurt you. And they say, I'm going through so much I can't put into words. So if they are married, it's probably hard for them to be doing this. I'm sure they have guilt. Most people that have a conscience have guilt, unless they're a narcissist. They may not care. But for the most part, I feel like they do. For many of you, it's like they do have compassion, but they just don't know how to be that King of Pentacles up there. They need to transform the ego. And I'm seeing a lot of ego energy here, where it's like, getting freaky deaky becomes really important to them, and they just want to figure out how to make it to that place, and then do what they got to do to disappear again. And then look, sometimes you want what you can't have. So for some of you, it could be a case of that with you. Like, you could be wanting them just because you can't have them. And for some of them, they could just want you when they feel like they can't have you. Like, I'm not supposed to touch you because I'm married, and it makes me want you more. So then I come and I do it, and then I feel guilty afterwards, and I return home to my wife, or, I do whatever. And so just keep this in mind that, this could be a case of sometimes you want what you can't have. And if they're doing it, you may be doing it. You may know that they're married and that they're, playing games with you and that they're coming and going and that they're just going to sleep with you and then disappear again. But you may want what you can't have, which is their commitment. And sometimes we've got to face that and be like, okay, what am I doing here? Is this person something that I should be pursuing, or is this something I should just let go? And if you let it go, you'd have a better chance at them actually showing up the right way in the future, because then they'll see from a new perspective, like, this isn't working anymore. She's not wanting to be with me while I'm still married. She's not wanting to be with me while it's just going to be sexual or physical or, ego driven. So somebody has to put the stop to the ego parts of this, whether they're together with somebody else or whether they're just coming and going on their own. Something has to happen. And then we have, I just need some space and time to figure shit out. So I feel like, again, they just don't know what they want. They don't know what they're doing. And that's unfair to you because you probably know what you want. I feel like many of you know that you want them to come in and be your King of Pentacles and to find the strength to make the decision to do that and to resurrect this so that they could be with you. But they're saying, I don't know if I should be with you or stay where I am now. So that's not fair to you. If they don't know what they want, then you should eliminate yourself from that roster. You shouldn't even be part of the decision thing. Like, you should say, okay, if you don't know if you want to be with me, then I don't want you to be with me. Like, you should have enough respect and passion for yourself to say, I'm taking myself off of the options list, because if you can't decide to be with me because of who I am as a person and you don't feel that desire and that drive and that love for me, then I'm out of here, I'm bouncing. Good luck with your life. Because you deserve somebody that knows. You deserve somebody that isn't playing back and forth in their mind and in their head. You deserve somebody that's not being led by the ego. You deserve somebody that wants to be your King of Pentacles, who's going to be grounded, stable, loyal, and committed, and make up their mind very quickly that you're the one I want to be with. So I feel like for many of you in this pile, they probably will come in and say something to you and take action, but you may want to consider, are you going to accept that action? Because it may not be good enough. May not be the type of action that you deserve. I feel like you guys deserve a lot more than what you're getting from this person. And who knows, maybe later if you are to, I feel like if you were to do what I'm saying and actually show them, like, you're not going to let them play this back and forth game anymore, or let them be undecided to the point where it's like hurting you, they may face their fears and come in vulnerably and authentically and express their love for you and actually figure out that they love you, that they don't want to lose you altogether. I feel like they need to lose you in order to realize that they want you. Sometimes you want what you can't have. So if all of a sudden you take yourself off of that roster, they'll be like, oh, I do want this person. Now that they're not available to me, I want them even more than I wanted them before. When they were easily open and available to me, it wasn't a chase, it wasn't any work, there wasn't any reason for me to have to make up my mind any quicker than, they could just do what they want, come when they want, go when they want, and you were there. But if you take yourself off of that availability, they may decide to face their fears, clear this karma, get rid of this cycle that's happening, and have the clarity of moment that they need to have in order to get rid of the ego-driven parts of themselves that are coming in for sexual victories, and find the inner strength to make the clear decision to resurrect the connection with you, to be vulnerable and to see it from that new perspective of, I do want this. If I can't, when they realize that they can't have you at their own thing, they're going to realize that they need to be vulnerable with you, think differently, speak differently, communicate in a new way to you, and have it not just be driven by passion, and actually do the transmutation that needs to be done here to become the King of Pentacles, to become grounded, stable, loyal, and committed. So I would say the best chance you have, if this has been resonating for you, is to take yourself out of this position of being that Queen of Wands in their life and become the Queen of Pentacles, or become, the Empress, and be like, listen, no, I'm not doing this, because sometimes you want what you can't have. So take yourself away. Don't let them have the passion and the drive and all of that stuff. And don't worry, because I know some of you be like, well, if I take it away, they might just disappear. Good. They deserve to disappear if that's what they do. Like, if that's all they're going to give to you is karmic-y crap, you don't want that. You want this. You want somebody that shows up and sticks around and isn't running back home to someone else to give them this. Because they're going home to be this when they, you know, should be giving that to you, especially if you're the one that's sleeping with them and giving them all your passion and your desire and your drive, and you know, and like they need to know what they're doing before they come here. So I feel like to speed up that process, take yourself off of the options list and know that you deserve more. And that should shift your whole thing here into a better place. And then, you know, I feel like what they're going through is just confusion. And it may be because they know they can get away with what they've been getting away with. If you keep letting someone get away with doing the bare minimum, they're going to keep doing the bare minimum. It's just like at a job. If somebody knows that they can go to work and work shitty and still get paid the same amount of money as the other people, they're going to work shitty. So you got to kick somebody in the ass occasionally and be like, listen, you can't work shitty with me anymore. You got to get yourself together. And if they really care, they'll get themselves together and they'll get rid of the other options or the other person or the wife or whatever it is, and then try to fix this trust and hope that's needed to make it work. But if you're dealing with somebody that's just kind of not a good person, you got to ask yourself, is that what I even want? Are they capable of being my King of Pentacles, or should I go find a new King of Pentacles that's going to give to me what I deserve and what I want out of life? So hopefully that made sense for somebody and helped them, because I don't want it to make sense, but hopefully it was assisting you in some way so that you don't have to deal with that anymore. But thank you very much. Thank you for liking, commenting, and subscribing. And in Mune, namaste.